Hi, I'm Amy Shannon, and I wanted to talk about my new campaign. It's called Be Kind, and I've got some merch for it, like one of my shirts, a few other things, but it's not just about the merchandise. It is about being kind, being nice, um, showing gratitude, being gracious, being appreciative. It's all boils down to being kind. And I know it's not always easy to do that. In a world full of hate, it keeps growing and growing, and it doesn't matter it, your um, your status in life, your culture, your race, it, your politics, your religion, anything that a person can find about someone else they want to hate. And hate is a very big word and it's very powerful. And I think we need to take its power away. Um, I am more surprised when I go out and someone is kind to me, and not surprised, but still irritated and frustrated when someone is, I don't want to say necessarily mean, but impolite. Um, Hurries to get around me because I'm in a mobility aid. Usually it's a wheelchair or my mobility scooter. Um, and I do my best when I do go out not to get in people's way. And I have found also that when I go out with my sons and someone says something or mumbles something out of under their breath about me, they get very angry. And I've learned to just move on. I can't help the way I am. But kindness is something that it's not hard. When you're angry and hateful, it takes a lot out of you emotionally, mentally, even physically. There are people in this world who have done wrong to me. Some are alive and some are not. And I do not hate that, hate them. I do hate when someone treats my children in a way that is disrespectful. That is what the only thing that I could hate when someone does that. The action, not necessarily the person. I don't like that person anymore. And I may be less forgiving than my sons would be. I grew up in a house where my mother showed us, me, my brothers and sisters, how to behave. Uh, we just were able to emulate how she was as a person. She was kind, she was forgiving, she was sensitive, and she just was non judgmental. And, you know, she just did whatever she thought was nice. It's not like she didn't get angry or anything. We all get angry, but you know, kindness. And my sons grew up seeing how I treated other people, and I didn't have to tell them to say thank you or, you know, some kind of thing, to be nice to somebody. They just saw that I did it, and that's what they do. And still to this day. So I implore you, just, you don't have to buy merch. That's just another thing that I've just kind of putting together. Be kind, and then maybe somebody else will pass it on. So Thank you very much for listening. And my information about the Be Kind campaign will be in the video description below. Thank you.